Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen. Today I'm sharing with you guys some fun projects I made using the Xtool S1. If I can figure it out in under an hour, I think you guys will be able to as well. I'm going to show you guys some engraving, also some precise, amazing cuts and items that I made for spring and Easter this year. So let's get into it. This is the Xtool S1. It is in the new color, which is just a pure white, which I love anything all white. But as soon as I got it, I had to take it right out of the box. It only took a few minutes. The instructions in the book that it comes with is very helpful. And this took just about 10 minutes, I want to say, to set up. This is an air assist. It does help with airflow, so it is hooked up to my laser cutter. And then also I do have mine hooked up to a smoke purifier. And you will want one of these if you are not going to be venting out a window. It gets smoky around here. All right, the last thing I want to show you guys is this honeycomb panel. Right here, this protects the S1's base plate, which is the bottom of the machine, and you just put it in all the way to the top, all the way to the right. Let's start a project. I'm using 3mm basswood panel. And right now I am on Creative Fabrica's website. This is the website where I get a ton of laser cut files. And I think that's the tricky part with anybody when you have a laser cutter, laser engraver. You don't know where to start as far as finding items to cut. So I love this Floral Wreath. I'm just downloading it to my computer. Now I'm in Xtool's Creative Space, which is their software. It is so easy to use. This right-hand side is going to be your best friend when it comes to cutting. So I changed my material and now I need to mark my processing area. So it's going to be like a rectangle size. It's not going to be a circle. Point 1 is going to be at the top left-hand corner of your material, and point 2 is going to be the bottom right-hand corner. And then to set those marks, you just hit that start button that is on the front of your machine. So now I have a square right here, and I am just going to be sizing my image down so I am ready to cut. You also want to make sure that on the processing type, it says score right now. You're going to see that I am moving it to cut because that is what I want to do. Right here, there is a distance button. You want to push that so your distance sensor knows exactly where your piece of wood is. You're going to see that I also wanted to show you guys how long a project would take. So this one took 8 minutes and 55 seconds. I was doing this on my dining room table, so I was kind of able to like go into the kitchen, go into the living room, and come back. And then now I am just pushing that laser module back, and I am taking these little magnetic clips off. These came with my Xtool, and it is nice because the wood will not move. I did try them without, and it doesn't move all the time, but the wood will move, so definitely recommend to use those magnetic clips. They will be a lifesaver in the long run. Now I'm just cleaning up the pieces that I'm not going to be using, and I wanted to paint this. I am using some chalk paste for this, and I wanted to make this a fun spring. You could leave it wood. Like, I really love the raw wood color. I think it's pretty, but I wanted it to look more fun for spring. I might end up adding like a bow or some other type of florals on this, but I feel like that it kind of takes away from what you just made. So I wanted to keep this project very simple, paint it, and this took under 10 minutes to make this, which I think that is absolutely great. So I love cutting materials, especially wood. I will do this all day long, but I wanted to show you guys another cute little way. And another way you can use the S1. So like I said, the right-hand side is always going to be your best friend. If you don't hit engrave, it's not going to engrave. If you don't hit cut, it's going to do something else. So I always check everything before I go ahead and process and start. So every time I push this start button, it says ready. Press the button on the device to start, which is that front little start button on your machine. So I wanted to actually engrave something other than wood. So I wanted to try this stone coaster. These are my little magnetic clips that I'm going to be adding because I did not want this to move. So I just picked an image out. I decided to go with that bunny you've seen, and then I am just engraving this cute little bunny onto this stone coaster. I think this is amazing. I love that it does more things than just cut wood. I think that is awesome. So here's a little stone coaster. It's what it looks like. I probably could have made the image bigger, yet we're still learning. So now I know that I can make it larger. This cutting board is from Walmart, and I was so hesitant to try this, and I'm so glad that I did. So right here, I am clicking that distance button, and then now I'm going to start marking. And I just kind of wanted to show this again, just so you guys can see how easy this is. So when I mark my 2 points, I click done, and now we're going to have this on the screen. So I lined this up. I made sure, for sure, that it was going to be centered, it was going to work. And when it started engraving, this made me absolutely nervous. I wasn't able to use the magnetic clips because it was too large, and I didn't know if it was going to move. I didn't know if it was going to work. There's that start button to start any project. So when you click process in the creative space, it's not going to work unless you push that button. This is how it turned out. So as nervous as I was to make this, like this cutting board was like $7. So it's like, if I mess it up, I'm going to waste $7, but it turned out amazing. It turned out perfect. Now, after this project, I was more than confident to try a ton of different ones. And this looks like something you would buy at the store for more than $7. So I am back, and I downloaded this Easter mega pack, and you know, I got really confident after that cutting board engraving that I'm like, I'm gonna make this wooden basket. So I did make it. I used the same process, same steps as all the other times, and now I am going to be assembling this cute little basket. And this was like the coolest thing. Like, I love that I can make this stuff. Like, I buy wood pieces from the store all the time, and I probably spend like $50 to $100 at any craft store, and now I know that I can make it at home. I don't even have to leave. I love that basket. It is adorable. This last project, it's quick. I just wanted to see if I could engrave on leather, and it was just a task. Like I said, right hand side is your best friend in creative space. Changing the material to this brown to gold leather piece, you want to click that distance button so your distance center lines up. And then, of course, you want to do your markings so it knows where it's going to go on your leather piece. But this is kind of how my setup looks. It's probably not what everyone else's is going to look like, but it worked for me. So that is my bunny. I love it. Last thing, Xtool has a Facebook group that shares tutorials, inspiration from others. It's a great way to share ideas and learn from one another. But if you guys want to check out the Xtool S1, I will leave a link in the description box below. I'll also link the Facebook group so you're able to find some inspiration there with your new machine. But you guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!